How's it going, guys, and welcome to today's video. It's the middle of March as I film this, and calving season seems to be under full swing here at the ranch. As we rapidly approach the halfway mark, I thought it would be a good idea to take you guys out into the field, show you what we've got so far, and show you who we're still waiting on. That's what we're doing today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. We've had some stormy weather out here the last couple of days, which has been great because we have desperately needed the moisture out here, and today the wind is blowing pretty good. That's not very good for living, and it's definitely not very good for filming. So we're definitely going to be putting the windscreen to the test on this microphone. The nice thing about having stormy weather, though, is it usually puts cows into labor. Now, I used to think that this was just an old wives' tale until one of my professors in college told me that no, there is actually science to back this up. It's something to do with the barometric pressure that sort of triggers labor in cattle, and I'm a full believer in that because every time we have nasty weather or a storm, it seems like I set some calving records. I think the most calves that I've ever had in one single day was 5, and yes, that was during a storm. So far out here at the ranch, 9 out of the 15 cows and heifers that are here have already given birth to their calves. So let's run out and take a look at them. So far this year, we've only had one loss, and it came out of this first calf heifer. Now, if you're wondering why she has a calf laying next to her if she lost her calf, well, the reason for that is that she too had a set of twins. Unfortunately, one of them didn't make it through delivery. The other one seems to be doing pretty well. Speaking of twins, this is the heifer that had the first set of twins on the ranch during the last week in February, and the twin that she is raising. We decided that she wasn't making enough milk to feed both twins, so we took one away from her and we're raising it on the bottle at our house. They're both doing really well, but they're not getting very big. Here's one of my second calf heifers nursing her calf that she had a week or two ago. Now, I don't remember the science behind it, but for some reason, second calf heifers are by far the hardest cows to get bred. So when I see one that has a calf on time like she did, that's a good thing. I've got 6 first calf heifers on the ranch this year, and out of those 6, 4 have given birth. What cracks me up about this pair is that mother and baby look almost identical. We're still waiting on a few cows here at the ranch, and number 13 is one of them. This is the cow that I pulled the calf on and made a video about last year, and I'm really trying to determine whether or not she's bred. As I look at her from the side, I don't see much of a bag developing, and as I look at her head on, she doesn't look that wide. Some cows will really show from the front like this and some won't, so hopefully she's just one of the ones that won't. This cow's a good example of what I'm talking about. She just looks like a barrel with legs. There's no doubt in my mind that she's bred. The only thing I don't know is when that calf is going to hit the ground. Here's another cow whose belly isn't keeping any secrets. Notice on her right side, which is the left side of the screen, how far she's sticking out. Just a matter of time. Bull red number 10 here had her calf a couple of days ago, and I think it's pretty safe to say that that little calf isn't going to be going hungry because she's making a lot of milk. Despite that, the bag looks easy to nurse, and every year she raises a really nice calf, so it'll be interesting to see how this little guy turns out. Here's crazy number 20 and her calf. People ask me why I still have this cow, and well, here it is. She's a good mom, and she breeds every year on time. You can see that her calf's quite a bit friendlier than she is, but I have a feeling that over time she's going to teach him to be just like her. All things considered, I would say that everything here at the home ranch is going pretty good, and things seem to be happening on schedule. Let's run up to the winter pasture and see how those cows are doing. Right now I'm only seeing 3 calves out here, but I do happen to know that I have 5 here at the winter pasture. The other 2 are probably bedded down somewhere taking a nap, and I have no doubt that mother knows right exactly where they're at. Me, on the other hand, I could search for them all day and probably never find them. The cows out here have definitely been a little bit slower to get started compared to the cows back at the home ranch, but I think that's because here we don't have any heifers. Now, when the heifers were bred, they were in with their own bull on a little over an acre, so it's pretty safe to say that when those heifers came into heat, that bull was on the job immediately. These girls I kind of expect to be a little bit more spread out than they are, and that's exactly what we're seeing. As I walk around through the cattle out here at the winter pasture, I'm seeing a lot of big bellies, which is a good sign because it indicates that they're pregnant and getting pretty close. Most of the cows that I saw developing bags have already had their calves, although there are a few more that look like they're starting to fill up again. With a few more stormy days ahead of us this week, it won't surprise me if we get a few more new members out here. I am still feeding a little bit of hay out here, and the reason for that is because the grass was so short and we hadn't gotten rain in so long that it just wasn't growing. Now we got the rain, we just need a little bit of sun. As soon as the sun hits this wet ground, this grass ought to explode out of the ground, and I think the feed supplementation will be over for this year. I was a little bit worried about some of the cows that I have out here, whether or not they would be bred. As regular viewers will remember, this past summer, we had a pneumonia outbreak sweep through the herd, and I didn't know if maybe that would cause some of them to lose their pregnancies. Because things were so bad, we ended up pulling the bulls out early to avoid them getting exposed. So if that would have caused the cow to lose her pregnancy, there was no bull there to rebreed her. it's still something that's on my mind. I don't know that we're out of the woods on that yet, but what I will say that is positive that's happened is a couple of the cows that have had calves, specifically I'm thinking of number 27. She was really sick and she was pretty bad. I thought she might die here this last summer, yet through all of that she was able to maintain her pregnancy, and as you can see, she's got a nice healthy little calf. Well, it looks to me like everything out here is fine. All the calves that have been born already look happy and healthy, and I don't see any cows that are showing any signs like they'll be going into labor soon. So I can go home. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.